How we feeling? How we doing? Happy Saturday night, guys. Welcome to Vibin with Ashley Live. I'm your host, Ashley Live. Thank you for joining me on this Saturday evening. I am amped for tonight. It's episode 94, and I have the incredibly talented Pat Smith, singer, songwriter, pianist based in Salt Lake City. His voice is powerful, uplifting, and occasionally he gives off a lighthearted comedic spin. He also released his EP in February called the Covid Chronicles, which gave a soulful outlook on quarantine. And Pat also hosts a show every Saturday on TikTok called Coffee with Pat. Pat is right on time, so I'm going to bring Pat into the room. Hold on a second. I'm not sure where Pat went. Pat, can you request to join my live again? Oh, there you are. Pat!
Greetings.
How you doing?
Life is wonderful.
Pat, thank you so much for joining me on this evening. So I'm just going to get right into it. I start each show off with a song lyric. And this song lyric is one that you covered on TikTok and is one of my personal favorites. Virtual Insanity by Jamiroquai.
Great song. I never know how to pronounce his name, but great song. I've said Jamiroquai, I've never known.
You know what? I just love that you love them, and it doesn't matter how you pronounce it, but it's so amazing. So I'm just going to give you a couple lyrics from this song, and you can just tell me what this song means to you. Cool?
Cool.
Let's do it. Futures made of virtual insanity now always seem to be governed by this love we have for useless twisting of our new technology. Oh, now there is no sound, for we all live underground.
It's rather prophetic.
I know. I don't know what he's talking about either.
Yeah, it's rather prophetic though. If you think about quarantine and granted, we're not underground, but we're all in our little isolated caves, you know.
Yeah.
And the future has been made of this love that we have for technology.
Yeah.
Because it's weird because it brings us together.
Yeah.
But it also isolates us, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So granted, I am talking to you and this is wonderful. However, if I go outside, we're all just kind of in our own little, we're underground. We're underground. So
yeah.
It's rather prophetic if you ask me. Enjoy it. Great song.
Amazing song. This song actually came out in 1996 for those people who don't know. So in 96, we didn't have computers, no iPhones, no nothing. We couldn't do this in 1996, Pat.
I agree. I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
We've come a long way, and I think we will continue to be isolated without being isolated. It's weird, you know. I think because the internet and the technology, you can reach so many different people that you find people that are very similar to you.
Yeah.
However, in life, in my experiences in life, that's not the case. When I go outside, there are so many people here. For instance, music that I like, I can find all of the music that I like on the internet. But if I go and see a show here, I have to I can't just walk into any bar and be like, hey, they're going to play the music that I want to hear. You know? So I think we'll continue to grow to just be more in this virtual insanity.
Yes. I love it, but I definitely see the pros and cons about it as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
So I just wanted to do something for your TikTokers or for people who actually follow you. Let's do some Pat Smith. Woo! Let's do some.
You gotta do the karate hands, you know?
Oh, karate hands. I wasn't sure sure if like, you know.
It's like a knife hand. I like to call them knife hands, you know.
Yeah. What are do you have any kind of meaning behind this, or was this just something that you kind of just were playing with and it just stuck?
It just stuck. It was something, yeah, it just stuck. I have no idea what I was doing. But it's become a thing, and I love it. So
let's do some.
I have no idea. Like,
have you done that in real life with people, or is it just an online thing?
It's just an online thing.
Okay. Because I was going to say, if you were like out and about in the grocery store and you were like, you know, karate chopping people,
I do karate chop people. I do karate chop people often, especially like when I'm upset. Like because this feels loose. The finger feels loose, but all of them, when you get all of them, it's very direct. Like, you know, I'm talking to you.
I like that. Because most people just do like the one finger thing, but if you do
it feels real loose. Like it can go anywhere. Like I might be pointing to you, I might not, but like when I'm here, like, you know what I mean?
Oh my God, Pat, you're too funny. So I want to bring people up to speed with what happened today. So
bring them up to speed.
So for those people who don't know, can you please tell them what happened with your bike earlier?
My bike got stolen earlier today. So I don't have a car. And I ride my bike everywhere. And I locked my bike up and I went to go and get some groceries. I got like some spinach and some Coca-Cola and all of these other things. But that's irrelevant. So lock it up, go to the grocery store, feeling good, feeling great. Got my book bag. I come out and there's no bike. So what's up, Gifted? Hello, everyone. I'm sorry. I haven't said hello to anybody. And I'm sorry. I've been kind of like ignoring the chat. So hello, everyone. Sorry. But yeah, so my bike is gone. And it was a kind of disappointing start to the weekend. Yeah. However, I am a firm believer that the weekend can only get better from here. Yeah. The weekend can only get better from here. So, yeah, if y'all want to donate to the bike fund, I will drop my Cash App and Venmo because I'm also rather large, so I can't just get a bike from anybody.
Pat told me earlier he's 6'6", and I had no idea because obviously, like, you're on one side of the country and I'm on the other side of the country, so I had no idea you were 6'6". So, Pat, please drop your Venmo or Cash App in the comments. I'm going to pin it so we can refer back to it because, dude, it sucks. If biking is your main form of transportation, all of a sudden somebody steals it. Like, that's not cool.
Yeah, it is what it is. You know, it is what it is. I think I'm more surprised when people do nice things. Like, at this point, I expect bad things to happen, you know, and like that doesn't surprise me. I don't want to say I expect bad things to happen.
Yeah.
But it doesn't surprise me. It's more surprising when the nice things happen, you know?
Totally. So let's start from the very beginning, Pat, when music your life.
From the beginning.
How did music shape your childhood, and how old were you?
I could answer that question very like two different ways. But so like when I was younger, like my family went to church heavily, and so after my mom and dad got a divorce, like church kind of stopped, and like everybody was like free to do their own thing. But like we were in the choir as children, and that kind of shaped it. However, my parents got my brother an upright piano for his birthday one year.
Oh, wow.
And he never played it. Like, they got him lessons and all these things that he, like, I'm convinced that he hated it. However, the piano was just there in the living room.
Yeah.
And so I would go and just, like, bang on it, and I would get yelled at all the time. And they'd be like, Pat, stop playing that piano. And I would, like, I'd go down and try to play it all the time. And then it got to a point where it was like, it's my piano now. And my homie and I, Aaron, we used to sit there and just write songs like at a very young age. And it's my place of comfort. And like the greatest joy for me as a child was when everybody else would leave the house and it was just me and the piano. And like, I could be as loud as I want. I could sing as long as I want. Like I could sing without judgment.
Right.
Cause my house, like they're musical, you know? So like, kind of worried to try some things, but when nobody's there, especially like when I'm here, it's like I can try different things with my voice and try and experiment, and those are very comforting moments for me.
So just you, your voice, and the piano all by yourself?
All by myself. Just doing it.
Yes.
Just doing it.
How old were you when that kind of all went down?
Definitely middle school. Definitely middle school. So 12, 13-ish.
And you never stopped, because here we are.
Never stopped. Took some breaks in between, but never stopped.
Pat, how would you describe your music?
Probably just like that is my music. Yeah, this is my music. It is me. Sometimes it's funny, sometimes it's real, sometimes it's sad, sometimes I cry, sometimes it's but it is me. If you listen to my songs and you listen to if you listen to my songs, like I ain't got that many songs out, but if you go to my social media and you listen to the songs that I put out, I think you will understand who Pat is a lot. And I think it's my music. Like it's soulful, sure. It has a very R&B, it's very R&B influenced, very gospel influenced. But it's mine. It's mine. And it's taken a while for me to be able to say that and feel comfortable in that.
Yeah.
But it's mine. Because oftentimes, like, I get the comparisons to John Legend, and I get the PJ Morton comparisons, and I get the, you sound like so-and-so, you sound like so-and-so. And that used to kind of muddy my identity. But through COVID, like I really found my musical identity, and I said, this is me.
Yeah. I would say it's soulful, passionate, R&B, gospel inspired, like all those things you said. And you're right, I definitely hear hints of John Legend in there as well. But I hear like hints of like a couple different R&B in your music. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I mean, honestly, I'm okay with people saying you sound like John Legend. Like,
yeah,
he is world renowned. He's really good.
Exactly.
And like, I'm okay with that. Like,
John is legendary. It's not like people are saying, oh, you sound like Bjork. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I like Bjork too.
I'm just saying, like, you could have other comparisons, but John Legend is like,
I like Bjork though.
Yeah. No, she's good. I'm just,
she's amazing.
Oh my gosh, someone said better than John Legend. I agree. I think you're right up there with him.
Thank you.
Walk us through your creative process.
So I read this book called The Artist's Way. I think I still have it right here. I read this book called The Artist's Way, and it started my journey of like morning pages.
Yeah.
So I wake up and I write 3 pages, just stream of consciousness, just kind of to start the day off.
Right.
And that kind of sets like my day. Like this like starts my day in like a very creative way. But to like when I want to write a song, I typically when I was younger, I would start with the melody. And I would sing some melody. But now as I've grown older, I tend to just write my feelings down. And then like once I have them, like those aren't all, they're not always singable words.
Yeah.
So like sometimes I will find a synonym that's a singable word.
Yeah.
You know? And that's it. I write down what I'm feeling.
Yeah.
And then just kind of sing along until something sounds right, you know? Just kind of start singing the words, and find some chords to go along with it. Mm-hmm. Just kind of explore, you know? Like I don't, it's a process, but it's a process of creating, you know? So each time feels a little different, you know? Mm-hmm. But yeah, I just start writing down my feelings.
3 pages that you write. When did you start doing that?
No, this is my March book. Sorry. That's from March. So it wasn't March. It was sometime last year.
Okay.
Yeah, I have quite a few composition books of morning pages. So at this point, like,
yeah.
But it really helps, and I'll go back and read a couple every now and again, and get inspired from that, and kind of write something from that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's been probably about 7-8 months.
Wow, and you do it every morning.
Well, I mean, I'm human.
Yeah,
I'm human. So there are day lapses, sometimes multiple day lapses, but I'd say I'm about 90%, 93%.
That's good.
Yeah, 93. I'll take 93.
And I think writing is one of those things that is just, whether it's the intent is to get a song, or it's just like, oh, here are a couple things I'm grateful for this morning, or here's what I want to do with my day. I think that's so important.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
What musicians inspire you?
What musicians inspire me?
Yes.
It's a good question. It's a good question. Do they have to be alive?
They can be alive, dead, people local in your community, anybody.
I love Sarah Vaughan.
Yeah.
Love Sarah Vaughan. And I think if you listen to Sarah Vaughan, I think that's where I learned and kind of gained my vibrato, because I love everything about Sarah Vaughan.
Yeah.
There's a young man who is on Instagram. His name is Jermaine Drakeford.
Uh-huh.
And he is probably my favorite singer in the world. He's on Instagram. He hasn't released anything, but he's also a dear friend of mine. Mm-hmm. And I would go to karaoke with him, and I wouldn't want to sing after. I would just be like I'll sign you up. I'll sign you up. You can sing all the songs. Just let me listen. So that is Jermaine Drakeford is amazing. He is wonderful. And then lastly, I would say huge fan of Robert Glasper.
Yeah.
Huge fan. I just like the way he melds jazz, R&B, gospel, all of the things, and puts them into one. And he says, here you go. So.
Who would you most like to collaborate with?
Who would I most like to collaborate with? There's a young lady who is on here who just said, great singer and energy, Jermaine Drakeford. Her name is Gifted.
Yeah.
And I think to release a song and have that poetry melded into it, and almost like a Jill Scott vibe kind of.
Yeah.
She's not a singer, she's a poet, but she's a dope poet. And I think it will happen. It's just a matter of making it happen.
She's in here, so you just you just shoot your shot. to her?
Yeah, no, I did. That was like a small shot. It wasn't a full blown shot. It was just like a little like
it's
a warning dart. Like,
well, because usually when I ask that question, people like say all these like really big time people, but no one's ever said it when the person's in the chat. So like, I love it. I think it's great. I'm sure she's game.
I also have to give a shout out to my guy Nacho. We were teammates in Argentina. So, hola, amigo.
Love it. So you released your EP, The COVID Chronicles, in February, and I love how honest these songs are. What do you want people to take away from this EP?
I don't know. Like, I don't know if that's a thing. Like, for me, at least, maybe that's a thing for some people. Like, I want you to get this message from it.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was just how I felt. And
yeah.
It was more of a stepping stone for me to say, I don't need to be perfect.
Yeah.
I don't need it to be, a full-blown production. Because the COVID Chronicles is 4 songs, 2 of me on piano, 2 of me on guitar.
Yeah.
And there were no punch-ins, there were no going backs. Like, when I played the song and I felt like it was 85% like complete, like that one take, I was like, that's the take we're taking and we're moving on. Yeah, so there were no like go back, like punch me in right here, let me fix this note. Like,
yeah.
So I want people to take away, people to feel my humanity in it.
Definitely.
And like, COVID impacted me greatly, like positively and negatively. But like it hurt.
Yeah.
But there's also like some lightheartedness about the situation that I think the COVID Chronicles captures. It's also like a small PSA, like wear your mask. Though that might not be a thing anymore. This was before the vaccines.
Yes.
But yeah, I don't know if there's a big takeaway. It was really for me.
Yeah.
So if you enjoy it, thank you. If you got something from it, I'm happy you got it. But it was for me.
It wasn't for anybody. It was just for Pat. Pat, I appreciate your honesty. But honestly, I think it's so cool that you did something like this, because there were a lot of artists that did, a song about quarantine, and you did 4 of them. And it's kind of like that moment in time, because, right, like we're all on the other side of this. People aren't wearing masks anymore. Shows are opening back up. People are traveling. Like, so it's kind of like when you listen to that, you're like, wait, did we actually go through some of that? Because I feel like people forget where we were 6 months ago. Like 6 months ago, we were like New Year's and they were saying, stay in your house, do not see anybody, like you're going to kill everybody you know. And I was like, wait, what? It's like, so I think it's just that reminder, like we were in this.
Yeah, definitely. And I think it's cool for me because it captures I think everybody had an interesting time through quarantine and through COVID, and like there are memorable moments because it allowed people to just like reflect and really be with themselves. And so I think that capture, like it's more than the EP. It takes me back to that time, like you're saying.
Yeah, you're like wear your mask, and you're like, wait, I don't really wear it anymore. You're like, but we had to, because there was a time, like when I was in the middle of the epicenter in Queens last year, and they were like, we don't know what anything's doing, and we were wiping down groceries in our mail, and it was like, hey, is this like, how are we gonna get this? Like, we had no idea what to do. So hearing that music that you put out, you're like, oh my God, yeah, we always had to wear masks. Like we couldn't even get next to people or hug people, and then when are we gonna see people again?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, and I think it's a good reminder, that moment in time where people are gonna forget about it if they haven't already, and you're like, whoa, look at what we did. Like, look at the several months where we were just like in the house, trying not to get sick, you know, caring for our loved ones, like losing a job, whatever happened during COVID, right? Because there was so much craziness going on around us and with our family and friends.
It's still crazy. So,
It is. Yeah.
there will always be craziness. So, but yeah, we're still in it.
We are.
For sure. It doesn't seem like it, but we're still in it.
We are. The light, but we can see the light at the end of the tunnel. Like, we're not there. We can see it. We know it's there, and we're approaching.
I don't know. I'm of a different analogy. I don't know if we can see the light at the end of the tunnel. I think we just accepted the darkness of the tunnel. And we are maneuvering in the darkness.
Yeah, but you know, somewhat. You've covered songs by Kem, the Beatles, Jamiroquai, and countless others. What's one of your favorite songs to perform, and why?
You're coming with the great questions. What's one of my favorite songs to cover?
Or perform. Yeah.
Perform. Probably I do a little mashup of Bill Withers and Bobby Caldwell.
Oh.
So the What You Won't Do for Love.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna say that one because I like that song.
Yeah.
And I think the older that I get, the more the lyrics resonate, and the more I live through those experiences of saying, like, you tried everything, but you won't let go. Like, you know, what you won't do for love. And there are a lot of things that I said I wouldn't do.
Yeah.
In public. And then in private, it's like, no, I can do that. Like, no, let me send this one more text. Let me one more phone call. I'm not gonna talk to this person ever again. And then my phone rings and it's like, hello.
Oh my God. Because if you heard the song when you were 12, it meant one thing.
Yeah, for sure.
At 40, and it's like it means different things at different times.
For sure.
Pat, you're crushing it on TikTok. What made you want to start a TikTok account?
My niece.
Really?
My niece. So also Jason Lyric is in here, and he's a wonderful singer, amazing songwriter, amazing pianist, and he is crushing it on TikTok as well. COVID. Prior to COVID, I was in Argentina playing professional basketball. COVID shut the league down. I had to move back, and I moved in with my sister, and I was with my niece all the time, and she's 5 years old.
Yeah.
And she was a TikTok fanatic. And I was like, get off of TikTok. You're too young to be on TikTok. And then rather than being the old guy who was like, don't do this, I was like, we can do this together.
Right.
And like, I'm sure there are ways in which we can do this, and it can be very kid friendly. And so started making TikTok, started singing along with Casey Basie, and I was like, I'm gonna make some duets. And then it was just like, hey, here I am on TikTok. Life has gotten a little lifey, so life has gotten lifey, and TikTok has gotten almost unmanageable for me. Because in the beginning, it was wonderful. It still is wonderful. But in the beginning, I could, look at all the duets and talk to all of the people and really comment on them. However, now it's like every time I log into the app, it would take me all day to like watch all of the duets and like comment. So I try to watch as many as I can, and I know people are still like a little upset that I can't watch all of them. But like I'm trying. I'm human.
Yeah, I think with your success on TikTok, because so many people are duetting with you and you're duetting with them, it's like you're like, oh my gosh, I can't really comment and respond back to all of you guys because it's completely gotten out of hand. Like, I'm famous now.
I mean, not famous, but
Pat, if you're getting that many messages and comments, like, and it's getting to be out of control, like, you're doing something right if so many people are reaching out to you. You know what I mean?
Who knows? Who knows? Because Instagram was breaking my heart for a minute. Like, I was giving Instagram a lot of energy, a lot of attention.
Yeah.
And a lot of effort.
Yeah.
And it was going nowhere. And then TikTok was like, hey, we love you. We love you, Pat. We welcome you. Come to us.
Yeah. I see it a lot. Like the people that I interview, some people are like really popular on YouTube, not so much on Instagram, kind of on TikTok. Like, it's very interesting when you look at other musicians and you see, you know, what really works for them. Because yes, we would all like to have 1 million people that follow us on YouTube and TikTok and Instagram. And you want all of your platforms to, I guess, look similar as far as the amount of people that follow you, but it's not always that way.
It's not.
Yeah. All these like forms of content, and it's like, oh, should we do an 8-minute video? Should we do a 15-second video? Should we duet with this person? Like, you just never know what's going to hit or what could potentially go viral on which platform.
Yeah. There are so many cool people in here because Andrea is in here and she's amazing. Like, she just sung background with Michael Bublé, I believe. Like, she's legendary. So I'm just naming these people because I think they would be cool for you to talk to as well.
Awesome. Okay, so guys, if Pat shouts you out during this live, please shoot me a DM. Okay, if Pat was shooting you out. Okay, perfect. Because if you're like co-signing for these people, they need to come on their show, right?
For sure.
Share the love. The music is out there for everybody.
For sure.
So Pat, I know you said you're like overwhelmed with TikTok now, but what do you think like your success was? Like, what would you tell to other people that want to go viral on the platform?
Just keep posting.
Yeah.
Keep posting and like find your thing. Like, it's funny, but like this is a thing. Like, it's a thing. So like find your thing and just keep posting. Like, I think it's cool to do like the duets and to do like the stitches and to do all of those other things. But I think posting your own content, you know, aside from like duetting people and aside from stitching people, like posting your content and having a thing. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm no TikTok guru. Like, I don't know. Just keep posting, have fun, don't take it too serious. If it gets too much, take a break.
Yeah. Pat, I appreciate the honesty because because there's all these like hacks to like going viral on TikTok, right? And you're just kind of like, just be consistent, do your thing, and just stay true to who you are.
And I want, like, don't have the expectation of going viral.
Yeah.
Like, because then it's like you set yourself up for disappointment. Like,
I
got started with my niece, and it was just like, hey, we're gonna do this. And it was like, hey, this is cool to sing along. Like, let me get on here and sing.
Yeah.
And then like it was just like I saw people doing the duets, and I was like, hey, I think I have something to offer here. I think I can. And then I just kind of fell into my knife hands.
Yes. No, I love this. I think this is so awesome. And you never know what could go viral. Like, for instance, Homeboy with his Ocean Spray lip syncing to Fleetwood Mac. Like, I saw that video and I was like, okay, so he's drinking Ocean Spray on a skateboard and like he just went viral. And it was like the most random thing.
Yeah. I that's what I'm saying. I don't know. So do you, be you, and you might be the next Ocean Spray guy.
Yeah, you never know. Because he like, yeah, they like hooked him up, and then
Fleetwood Mac, they were on the charts again because that video went viral. They're like, oh my God, we're charting again. And all these new people were like, oh, I had never heard of Fleetwood Mac before. But that was so good for them because, as you know, Fleetwood Mac, amazing, legendary band. Now all these like 17-year-olds are finding out who Fleetwood Mac is because of this.
That's true.
Right?
Because of a guy on a skateboard.
Your niece didn't know who Fleetwood Mac is, and she's like, oh, well, who's the Ocean Spray guy? And you're like, oh, you know, this legendary band.
Yeah. That's funny. That's funny. And just post. Just post. Yep. Don't second guess it. There are plenty of duets that I posted that are not perfect.
Right.
But just post it. Like, don't stress. It's TikTok.
Yeah.
Just post it. Post it, move on.
Yeah, some people are so like obsessed with posting perfect videos. And I've told people before, like, if you want to post a TikTok and you burp in the middle, keep it up. Because, like, you know what? Somebody could be like, oh my God, that makes me feel like they're like me because they burp.
Look like googly eyes. They are.
Because you have a ring light.
I know, and I'm actually blind, and I was going to put my contacts in, but...
Hey, no problem. You look very sci-fi. I'm into it.
Hey, I'm like the Black Cyclops right now.
Yeah, very Cyclops. So let's talk about Coffee with Pat, a show you launched in April. Coffee with Pat. Talk to us about it.
I've had some amazing guests.
Yeah.
And the guests have kind of slowed down, but I'm going to get back into it. You know, life's gotten a little lifey, like, for instance, today with the bike. Yeah. But I'm going to start, and honestly, since Andrea is in here right now, I'm going to shoot another shot. Like, hopefully we can make that happen next Saturday. But yeah, it's been wonderful. I kind of run people through my daily routine because after I write, sometimes before I write, I read a little like daily meditation out of my Tao book.
Oh,
and yeah, so I just kind of run them through my morning routine, and then we talk much like this, and we sing some songs, and we jam, and it's very lighthearted and very fun, and it's a good time. And probably my biggest supporter for Coffee with Pat is in here right now, and that's Carrie. And she's there every Saturday. Every Saturday. Like, I missed a couple Saturdays, and she was like, come back. Like, yeah. Come back.
Yeah. I think it's cool because when you have a certain thing at a certain time, right? People are like, oh my gosh, every Saturday we look forward to this. Like, we are going to be there every single Saturday.
Yeah, it's a good time. It's a good time. It's fun. It's, you know, talk to the people in the comments. It's a good time. Sometimes we just make up songs on the spot.
Ooh, I like that. What artists or genres of music have you been listening to, Pat?
I want to say recently, I've been listening to a lot of gospel.
Okay.
Just kind of helps throughout the day. You know, sometimes the days get a little troublesome. And if I put on, you know, a good Kirk Franklin song, it uplifts me. But honestly, I've been on an Isley Brothers kick recently too. So I'm not really too big on like newer people.
Yeah.
Like I enjoy them, I love them, but I feel like there's so much that I have not heard that's already been released. Like, I'm still catching up, and I don't think I will ever catch up, you know?
Yeah.
Because there's so much music. But I do enjoy listening to the older music. So I've been on the Isley Brothers kick.
Yeah.
And I do like of course I love Jasmine Sullivan and the Yebbas, and I listen to so much. Like it's rare that I don't listen to music. So when I ride my bike, R.I.P. bike, congratulations whoever has it now.
Wait, not congratulations. That person stole your bike. We're not congratulating that person.
Congratulations. They needed it.
No.
Obviously they needed it.
No.
I needed it too, but
you needed it, and it's not right that someone stole your bike. So
we both needed it, and now they have it. So congratulations. They saw an opportunity. They made the most of it. Congratulations. But so when I ride my bike, when I used to ride I'm going to get a new bike very soon. My Cash App's down there if you want to donate to the bike fund. But so when I ride my bike, I have my headphones on and I listen to music. And so I'm listening to music all day.
Yeah.
All day.
Well, I love the Isley Brothers, and they have so much music that you could just listen to Isley Brothers for the rest of your life. And there's nothing wrong with that because they're so awesome.
They're so awesome.
They are
so awesome.
So amazing. Yeah, I could just listen to them forever and ever and ever. And I completely agree with kind of going back into the archives and going to the 70s and 80s, because there is some amazing music that a lot of people have missed out on, and it is gold.
Gold.
Yes.
And I like one of my favorite biking songs is The Boss by Diana Ross. And it's so disco-y.
Yeah.
But like I know, especially in Salt Lake, there aren't too many black people. So I'm sure people think that I'm like rocking out to like some like, I don't know. I'm not huge into rap. So like I don't know current rappers, but listening to The Baby or like some Rick Ross or something like real like stereotypical. I mean, let me not put that assumption on people, but I think they think that. And I'm in here listening to disco. Like I think it's so funny. It's so funny.
Honestly, I love disco. Disco is, there's nothing like disco, and I think it's so feel good, and the outfits and the energy. So disco, I mean, bring me back to Studio 54 and just leave me there.
Leave you there. I don't know if I want to stay there, but
leave me there. I'm okay with it.
That was wonderful.
And the platforms and the outfits, like those outfits, what?
Yeah. Yeah.
Big hair and bell bottoms and just like sparkles and stuff, all about it.
Yeah. I'm here for it. And I'm here for it. Here for it. And, like, give me some roller skates and just, I'm here for it.
Definitely. What song do you wish you wrote and why?
What song do I wish? All right. Coco, Remember Me.
Oh. Why?
Because it touched me in such a way. I was like, huh.
Yeah.
Like I don't wish that I composed it because of its success. Yeah. I wish I composed it because of the feelings that it brought out of me.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was crying.
I love it.
It was an emotional, and it was beautifully. It was beautifully written. The melodic lines, like the harmony, like it was wonderful. It was wonderful. Yeah.
I think music is so amazing when it brings out that kind of emotion, right? And you hear a song and you start crying and you're like, wait, why am I crying? Because
you can't stop it. It's just,
it hit you in a way, and that's extremely powerful.
Yeah, I love it. I'm also a huge Randy Newman fan, so maybe any other like, and I also think the movies kind of, because like Randy Newman is like Disney writer, Disney composer, like Toy Story god, you know. So like any of his songs, like especially like because I already have an emotional attachment to the movies, and I think his songs, because like I was going to say a song from Toy Story is from the newer one. It's called Lonesome Cowboy.
Yeah.
And I loved it. And it's like, it's not, you know, You Got a Friend in Me. Like, it's not the popular one, but it's called Lonesome Cowboy. And it was just genius. It was genius. And I think the way that the songs fit the movie, it's wonderful. Mm-hmm. It's wonderful. So I think those songs, because I've never had the opportunity to write anything for a movie or anything like that.
Yeah.
So I also think I would like to have written those songs because they were used with another, you know, creative medium.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, those two songs, Remember Me or Lonesome Cowboy.
Yeah, and I think when there's a visual behind it, you always think of the movie or the TV show or commercial that you saw it in, right?
Yeah.
Not just like, oh, I was in my car and it came on the radio. You're like, no, I remember this one part in the movie where they played this song, and it just like, it's always embedded in your head.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
But you will. I will claim it. I'll take it.
Yes. So, Pat, what's coming up next for you? Do we have another EP? We have some singles dropping? Do we have shows, collaborations? Talk to me.
So, I went to this show yesterday, and there was a young lady playing the piano.
Uh-huh.
And she knew me from TikTok.
Oh, yes!
And so after she was done, she was like, come play a song. And so I came, and like we jammed out for like a little bit after her show.
Yeah.
And then I was talking to the guy, and I was like, hey, man, like, I want to play here. So I have a show coming up next month, the 13th. Man, it's already July.
I know, right? Crazy.
Yeah. So I have a show coming up on the 13th, and that is wonderful.
Yeah.
I'm excited about that. I'll be playing some songs. I have to get it together. It just happened yesterday. And we were just texting this morning, like, are we going to do this? Let's get a date. Let's set it up. So the 13th of next month, I'll be having a show. I don't know don't have a set list right now, but I know I have a lot of people in mind that I want to collaborate with.
Yeah.
Me on a personal, not on the personal side, on a more like releasing music side,
Mm-hmm.
I have tons of songs.
Yeah.
I have tons of songs. But I think the next thing that I will release, I want it to be like complete.
Mm-hmm.
I want it to be like that. Like, let me punch in and sing this line over. Let me, like, now that I have something released, I want it to be as perfect as possible.
Yeah.
Because I have an idea of the songs that I want to release. And I think it fits well. It's very vulnerable, very, there's a couple songs. There's a song called Men Cry Too. There's a song called 12 Steps. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of songs that are very vulnerable that I want to release, but I want them to be perfect. And I moved to a new place, so I need to find musicians. need to find musical friends, because I am in a new place. And this is month 4 here, and it's still a pandemic. So
So wait, so this show that's happening on the 13th of next month literally happened last night because you were
last night.
What? That's awesome, Pat. That's amazing. Like, you were just playing, and you're like, "Hey, what's up? You know I can play. Let's
make it happen." And he was like, "You found the right guy. Let's make it happen.
Let's do some show.
Let's do a show."
Oh. That's so awesome. So can you tell us the venue or not yet?
It's in Trolley Square in Salt Lake City.
Okay.
So yeah.
I love that. That's so amazing. And
there will be things coming out very soon. So.
Yeah, that's awesome. So guys, if you're in the Salt Lake City area, go check out the show next month. And if you're not, go plan a trip and go see Pat in person.
Just fly on out here.
Fly it out there. You can stay with Pat. It's all good.
I don't know about that, but
Pat, what's the best advice you've ever been given?
Best advice. Ooh. This is tough. This is tough. The best advice. Probably. I don't know. Probably something along the lines of not taking myself too seriously.
Yeah.
Either that or understanding that perfection, isn't really a thing.
Yeah.
And like, it wasn't like I don't really get like quoted advice. Like these are like summing up like 2-hour-long conversations with friends that but yeah, probably understanding that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that perfection isn't a thing, and it's okay to just, it's okay to just keep going. It doesn't have to be perfect, but just keep going.
Yeah, because, just because people look perfect on social media, no one's perfect. Like, we all have issues. We all do crazy things. And, like, yeah, it's cool if you're not perfect because then it just shows that you're like other people and you have the same issues.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's it's a thing to, like, present these images of perfection, Yeah. But in actuality,
right,
I am human. I am human.
Pat, tell all the beautiful people watching right now where they can find you on all your social media platforms.
Okay. Pat.Smith 85 right here on Instagram, on TikTok. My music is under Pat Smith. If you can look up the COVID Chronicles, you can look up Mr. Daniels. My Cash App is right there if you want to donate to the bike fund, because my bike got stolen today. And my website is linked in my bio here, as well as TikTok, and there you can find all of the things.
Awesome. So, Pat, how can people watching right now support you as a musician?
Can I curse?
Yeah, do what you got to do.
Watch my shit. That's it. Like, just watch my shit. Like, it costs $0.00
right
to hit the like button.
Yes.
$0.00.
Like, share, comment, do your thing. And if you like good music, don't keep it to yourself. Tell everybody you know, oh my God, you got to do this. You got to see this duet that Pat just did. He just did Jamiroquai. He just did the Beatles. He just, he's
and come sing with me, duet with me. Get on TikTok, duet with me.
Yes.
Like,
yeah, if you're a musician watching right now, go duet with Pat on TikTok.
Yeah.
Love it. So, Pat, that's all the questions I have for you this evening, but you're going to perform for us.
Let's do it.
Let's do some music.
Let's do. My computer just died. I don't know if my... Okay, it's still good. Not died. The screen went black. I had to make sure the sound was going to come out the keyboard. I got to be careful also as I back up, because I'm still in Zoom world. It's still in this virtual world.
Wait, Jason Lyric just said, I just want you to sing with me.
That's his little thing. He does duets as well. Honestly, I just want you to sing with me.
Jason, send me a DM.
But I'm still in virtual world, so I don't have on no pants.
You don't have pants on?
No, people don't wear pants anymore. This
Okay,
is all you need, you know?
no, okay, this is episode 94, and no one has ever told me that before. But Pat, I appreciate your honesty. Yeah, I'm not sure where to go with that, but do your thing, Pat.
I was saying because I was backing up, and I was like, let me be careful.
Oh my god! Ooh, oh my god!
So this song is a nice, fun little ditty. It's called "Small Hand Gal." Have you heard this one?
I don't think I have.
This is good. I know because I want to see. I want to see how you react to it.
Yeah.
So it goes like this. It goes, Lord, you the one that made me, so you know just what I'm working with. And you know I can't keep messing with these real big-handed chicks. I need me a small hand gal. Yeah, to come rub on my balls. Oh, 'cause if her hand's too big, it's gonna make my dick look small. I don't care much about the size of your tits. Give me small hands with no calluses. Lord, I know I'm not asking too much. Just some small hands that ain't too rough. I need me a small hand gal. To come rub on my balls. Oh, 'cause if her hand's too big, it's gonna make my dick look small. Oh yeah.
Oh my god! Whoa! Give it up for Pat, guys. Pat. Oh my god! Jason said screaming. I'm screaming. No one's ever done a song like that in my show. Like normally it's just like, oh, I'm just gonna do a Bill Withers song, but no one has ever talked about those things.
I'm glad to be the first.
Hey, I appreciate
breaking boundaries. This is show at 90.
I appreciate it. I was just listening to the words. I was like, he just went there. He just went there. Oh my god.
This is show what? 90, 97?
Like I'm putting the R-rated thing on this because I don't want like 12-year-olds watching because they're gonna be like, what just happened there? What are you doing?
Oh
my gosh, Pat, I'm dying over here, and I feel like the people in the chat like were like, what the heck is going on? But I was actually like on camera doing that with you. So, so guys, give it up for Pat. Pat, what's your next one?
That's a fun song. I like to sing that. Okay. So a friend of mine, before I sing this next one, a friend of mine, he runs a comedy show. It's called Crybaby. It's in DC. His name is Mike Kurtz. And he actually had me open up for the comedy show. And I was like, yeah, you know me very well. Because, like, I have songs that are, like, joke songs. Like, not joke songs. Like, they're real songs. But, like, they're funny. But anyway, this next song is a song from my EP, the Covid Chronicles. And it is called, I already gave you a penis song, so I won't do quarantine.
Hey, you can do another one. Hey, whatever you want, Pat.
No. I'll keep it classy. Keep it classy. Okay. I probably should have did that song last. But this is this song called Quarantine Bay. I told you in the sound check I wanted to see like your honest reaction.
I know you did. That was my honest reaction. I didn't know he was playing that. I really didn't. But I appreciate it.
So this is called Quarantine Bay, and it is on the Covid Chronicles. So check it out. And it goes like this. What if we weren't stuck in our homes? Would you still even pick up the phone? I want to know this feeling that you're exploring. You only hit me up when your life is boring, and I know that we just won't work. See, we played this game before and we both got hurt. That's why I know it won't last. But I'm glad to be the one you call. I know it won't last, but right now it's good to me. I know it won't last. When we're back in the world, chasing everything but love. I guess we thought it's supposed to be easy. We work for everything, leave love to destiny. I don't know what I am thinking. See, I hope it's you whenever my phone is ringing, and I know for sure that you are just wasting time. But it makes me feel good knowing I'm on your mind, and I know it won't last. But I'm glad to be the one you call. I know it won't last, but right now it's good to me. I know it won't last when we're back in the world chasing everything. I know it won't last, but I'm glad to be the one you call. I know it won't last, but right now it's good to me. I know it won't last when we're back in the world chasing everything but love. When we're chasing everything but love.
Yes, Pat. Amazing. So that was off the COVID Chronicles EP, released in February, available everywhere. So Pat, do you have some time for a couple questions?
Sure.
Awesome. And thank
What's up, Cooley?
you for all your comments. We see them. Jason, Carrie, Andrea. Is it Andrea or Andrea?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
To be quite honest.
But I see you in the chat, so we appreciate you and thank you. So see, yes, thank you guys. And guys, if you haven't heard this already.
What instrument would I like to learn?
Yes.
So I do a nice little mouth trumpet, but I would like to learn like a legit like brass, maybe the trombone. I wouldn't want to do the trumpet.
Yeah.
Because I think just the action of the trombone looks cooler.
Yeah, it's cool.
Like it's just a cool thing, but I got a nice little what is it?
Oh. Oh, I love that mouth trumpet. Ooh.
Yeah. But I want to learn the real thing, like a real brass.
I think that'd be awesome. Guys, if you missed it already, the bike fund is listed below because Pat had his bike stolen earlier, and we have his Cash App up there so you guys can donate to the fund because someone stole his bike.
Merry Christmas to them, though.
No, not Merry Christmas. We don't like that. I don't like
Christmas in July. That's the thing.
Yeah, it is. Lifetime has Christmas in July going on right now. Lifetime movie networks, you can see like all these Christmas music.
Yeah, and it was Merry Christmas to that person, that guy or girl, or
yes. Where would you like to go after COVID?
Where would I like to go after COVID? New Orleans.
Have you been?
I've been. Funny story. One of my friends had his bachelor party in New Orleans, and I was still in college, and I was poor. So I took a Greyhound down to New Orleans from Erie, Pennsylvania.
Oh, oh, that sounds rough.
And I was hoping like to get on a Greyhound. Like I left Thursday hoping to get there Friday and leaving on Sunday so I could make it back to class on Monday. I had already determined that I was skipping class on Friday.
Yeah.
You know, cool. It's okay. But some shit happened with the Greyhound. Pat's whole life. Funny story. Exactly. So some shit happened with the Greyhound. We got stuck in Cincinnati for like 13 hours. And I met a guy that was just like going to New Orleans as well. And we just kind of went on an adventure together and like we became best friends. and we were just like, hey man, like I gotta go get a haircut. You wanna come to the barbershop with me? And he was like, cool, I'll come to the barbershop with you. And I went and got my haircut and he was like, hey, there's a museum right here. You want to go to this museum? I was like, sure, let's go to this museum. And then we got to New Orleans, and then we parted ways. But we still talk every now and again. And yeah, like we did an Instagram live together because he plays music as well. And it was, but I got to spend like 9 hours in New Orleans. That was the point of my story.
Wow.
I got to spend like 9 hours.
That like doesn't count because it's like less than a day.
It may have been more than 9 hours, but it feels like 9 hours.
So does he live in New Orleans? And you just kind of met?
No, he was going from Ohio down to New Orleans on the Greyhound as well.
Crazy.
Yeah.
And that's crazy. You're still friends, and he's a musician.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing that story. Also, New Orleans is insane for music. Like the food and the music and the people and just like awesome.
And the rest is history. Yeah.
The rest is history. Oh,
yeah.
So cool. Where do you see your career in 5 years, Pat?
So I'm actually starting my master's in school counseling.
Cool.
So I will be a guidance counselor in 5 years. And probably just performing in a bar. I really don't have like these grand expectations. But I know I like to write music. I like to sing music. I like to share my music. And I hope that there will be people who like to hear my stories.
Yeah.
So probably just gigging like on the weekends.
Yeah. Know? Do you have any like bucket list venues that you want to perform at?
Maybe the Apollo.
Ooh, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
Yes, that's so cool.
Yeah, Apollo.
Awesome.
Apollo would be it.
So, Pat, do you have any final words for the room?
Final words for the room. Thank you. Thank you all for staying here, listening to me talk, listening to me tell these crazy stories that encompasses my life. Thanks for listening to me. Thanks in advance for listening to my music. Thanks in advance for donating to the bike fund. Thanks. Just thank you all for supporting me.
Yes.
And thank you, Ashley, for asking me to do this. And I'm not going to say don't do drugs. Just do them safely.
Oh.
Do them safely. And make sure that it's the legal ones. I mean, alcohol is a drug. I mean, Tylenol is a drug. There are drugs, so I'm not going to say don't do drugs. Just be responsible.
Yeah. Well, thank you for those parting words. I really appreciate that. Pat, thank you so much for coming on my show. Honestly, when I saw your videos, I was like, I have to have you on my show. I knew like you were fun and you had awesome stories and like you exceeded my expectations. So thank you for hanging with me on Saturday night. The chat was amazing too. Guys, I'm seeing all your awesome comments. So thank you guys for supporting Pat. Please donate to the bike fund. It's right below because Pat, someone took his bike earlier and that's not cool. Guys, Pat also has a show the 13th in Salt Lake City.
Trolley Square.
Yes, August 13th. Go and support Pat. Follow him on TikTok. Follow him on Instagram. Support the music, share the music, all that good stuff. Follow Pat. If you guys don't already, please make sure to follow me. I'm Ashley Live. This is Vibin with Ashley Live, and have a safe weekend. Yes.
I'm trying to make this a thing. I heard an older gentleman say this. This was like his goodbye.
Okay.
And I'm trying to bring it back.
Okay, let's do it.
This is how I'm going to say goodbye. I'll plant you now and dig you later.
I love it. Well, Pat, thank you for coming on my show. Pat, thank you so much.
You are welcome.
You are.
Thank you.
Have a good weekend, guys. Stay safe.
All right.
See you next show. Bye, guys.
Bye.